Okay, so using Screencastify, this is a quick tutorial for how we can use it with our Wonders reading or your math. So this link is a really great website that has the code to get it for free and a quick overview of how to install it and get the extension. So do that before you do anything else. Once you have the extension, the Chrome extension, which these are all your extensions. So you can see that this one actually, if I hover over it, it says Screencastify. So I have that one. So I opened up my reading. I went in as a student and I'm ready to record my video now for my students. So I click on this and it'll say, do you want to record? And I want to share my screen. I'm already recording, so it's going to look a little bit different. So yes, I want to record. I want to share my screen. I'm going to give you a countdown of 3 seconds and then I'll start my lesson. All right, boys and girls, welcome to your reading lesson for Monday, April 20th. Today we're going to look into our Readers Writers Workshop, and I'm going to click on this one, and we're going to read our story together. I'm waiting for this to come up. How are you doing today? Are you having a good day? Did you have a good weekend? I know we did. We got to play outside a lot. Oh, look at this story this week. So our genre is biography. Stephanie Kwolek, inventor. All right, let's read together. And down here, there are these tools. So I like to use this tool right here that kind of focuses. I like to use this as I'm reading along. I want you to read along with me in your head. Here we go. If you could invent a material for a superhero, what would it be like? And teachers, you can read this whole article. You can talk about the text features. You can talk about the pictures, do a picture or book walk, just like you would normally do. I'm going to go to the next page. I'm reading this along. Continue reading with my students. Yes, I know students can access this. I know students can click this to hear the book, and maybe you want to do that, and maybe you don't want to read it to your students. But I'm using this as a teaching tool. So, and I like what I like about this is it's all in the video. Students don't have to click on Connect Ed. They don't have to go outside of this video. All your instruction is here. So if you have parents who are struggling, or you have younger students who are struggling with clicking here and doing this, and what's the code, and how do I access, and this eliminates all of that. So I read the whole story, and in ours in fourth grade, we have the skill afterwards. So maybe you want to work on one of these skills, and I would just talk it through. Okay, friends, today we're going to talk about summarizing. When you summarize a paragraph, you retell the most important details in a paragraph or a section. And then I would just read through this page. And then, okay, your turn. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to summarize why Kevlar is useful. And what you can do right now is you can go ahead and you can write that down. And then I want you to read it to one of your parents. And you can do that as your assessment piece. You can have them read it to their parents. You can have them send it to you in an email. You can have them create a Google Doc. If you're using Google Classroom, you can post this as a thread in Google Classroom and have students either comment or create material. I mean, all these are ways you can do it. But really, since we're doing pass-fail, if you have a parent that just can send you an email and say, yes, my child did this today. Yes, my child came to me and told me why Kevlar is useful. Done. They did the activity. They get the check mark for today. So this is a tool. I can see it also with our math book. So if I get out of here and I go back to Wonders and I'm going to click on my math. Actually, I'm going to go back to my Connect Ed. I'm going to click on my math book. I could use this as a math lesson too. And I think I'm going to do student edition for this as well. Let's see. We're on chapter 14, lesson 4. Great. Perfect. I'm going to go to the ebook. All right, boys and girls, let's do some math today. So I'm opening up our math book. And if you don't have your math book, that's fine. You have a piece of paper and pencil. We're going to work through this together. All right, let's talk about modeling angles. Oh, what a lesson for me to pick. How about this? Identify the lines outlined. I'm going to go back to my tool here that is this, so you can see where I am. If I need to zoom, I can zoom in on this page, make it a little bit bigger. Identify the lines and angles outlined on the pair of scissors as parallel, perpendicular, or intersecting. Choose the most specific term. All right, boys and girls, what do you think? What should we write on this line? What type of lines are those? You're right, they're intersecting. So you can go ahead and write on your paper for number 11, intersecting. And I know that we have this pen, so I can write intersecting if I really want to. Wow, this is super sloppy. Great. All right, let's look at number 12. Sandy is driving on Broadway Avenue. Which street appears to be perpendicular? Well, remember, boys and girls, perpendicular is when two lines cross at a right angle. So it has to make that square corner. Which one is square corner? Oh, stage and curtain and audience. So really, you could write down either one of those. So I'm going to write stage. These are funny road names. And curtain. All right, so teachers, I'm going to stop there. But you can see how you can use the Screencastify tool to teach your lesson. And what I'm doing is I'm having all my lesson plans in a Google slide. One of the complaints I've had from my parents is that everything's kind of everywhere. They're clicking on Google Classroom, they're going back to their email, they're looking on my class website. So I tried to make everything all in one place as best I could. So I've got a day of, here's a note to parents, my first slide, and then I have Monday. And in Monday, it should be pretty simple. They're going to listen to this story, which is a Screencastify video I made. Then they're going to watch the spelling lesson, which is also a Screencastify video I made using the ConnectEd tools for spelling for Wonders for that week. Khan Academy I'm using because they already have videos built in, so it's one less video I have to create. But if you want to do your math video, you could insert this video into your slides, just like you can see I did here. I inserted this video into these slides. So really all they have to do is click, 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 click. For accountability, you could have your parents just email you and say, yes, my child completed the work for today. And that would work. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I miss you all. I will see you soon. Be well.